Hi, this is Cousin Russ. My continuing series on Family Tree Maker 2017 and the workspaces. Today I'm going to talk about the media workspace. That's where all of our images go. I'm going to open up Family Tree Maker in the Plan workspace and go to the media workspace. So everything that I want, what I'm focusing on here is cleaning up and look at my media files to see if I have them set the way I want them set. And I will talk through some of how I have done that. There are three panels, and the left panel, center panel, right panel. There's different information in all three. There's also two tabs. One is the collection, the whole series, or the details of a specific image. And I'm going to go through that a little slower. But the important part down here at the bottom left of the center panel is the number of media items that are in Family Tree Maker. Now, what you want to do from time to time, and I do it frequently, is I make sure that if I open up the media folder for this file in Family Tree Maker on my hard drive, I will find 601 media files there. Now, when I'm looking at the media files in Windows File Explorer, it will be sorted by file name. Within Family Tree Maker, you have two options: to sort by Caption, which is in the right-hand panel at the top. That is the caption field. Or you can sort by file name, which is also in the right-hand panel, but it is in the lower right-hand corner of the right panel. To change how it's sorted, you go to the Tools menu and Options. And right here is the option to use the caption instead of file name for media display. That is how I have mine set, so that for sorting purposes, I will sort by the caption. And I'll show you why. I'm going to close that. I'm going to leave it that way. And I'm going to select Abraham Lincoln. I can link this image to one of two places. If I go down to the lower left-hand corner and click New, it says Link to Person or Link to Citation. All of my images get linked to a citation. Some of them get linked to the person. In this case, Abraham Lincoln. Now I'm going to double click on the link to the person, and it's going to bring up his People Workspace person view, and you see that in the upper right-hand corner is his image. That's his profile picture. That's what I want. It's also down here in the media tab. And I'll cover all this later in more detail, but the media tab, there is that same image. Also, I've mentioned that media file was added to his citation. Well, here's the citation. Again, I'll go in more detail when I talk about the People Workspace. But if I click on the media tab, there's the same image. So that one image, I can see three different places. I can say that the citation has an image attached, and it just happens to be the same as this one and this one. But we're talking about the media workspace. So this is that image that is linked to the person and the citation. The important part is defining how you create your caption. When I create my caption, same as my file names, I consider sorting. It's always about sorting. You also can categorize these media files, and I'll do that in a second. So this is his caption that has his name. Now I'm going to click on this right pointing arrow at the top, and it's going to take me to the next image. And there's another image. It also is link to a citation. By the way, that citation is here because I copied and pasted so that the image has the citation with it as well. And I click the next image, and this is Abraham Lincoln. Then it's papers. So for sorting purposes, this is page 1 of 4. So if I click, there's page 2, there's page 3, and there's page 4. So those are 4 pages of a letter, all linked to citations for Abraham Lincoln. I want to go back to the collection because this is all of the pictures, and they're sorted by Caption, which is this upper right-hand box. Now, Family Tree Maker also has the ability to categorize your images, media categories. For example, this is pictures that I have that I've scanned that's in Family Tree Maker. Images of people. My same caption naming is the same. I'm going to select one, and it has her name. I'm not going to blow it up, but it's her full name as I know it, not a married name, but her birth name, followed by a dash, followed by her birth year, death year, and this happens to be as a child. What this does is then allows these images to be sorted by date. So I'll have the date of an event, if there is one, and this group does not have an image by date. Let me go to this one, and this does have, there's no dates, but it's for sorting purposes. If it's church record, so this is all the same person, but I also use the full name, a space, dash, space, year, and the event year, so for sorting purposes. They have citations. I put citations on them. Now the categories are up to you. These are pages of books. Either I've got them online or I've scanned them, pages of books within my library. You know, this is a citation over here. I copied and pasted from the sources workspace. There's this census years. Here's a good example. This is the 1900 census record, page 20A. And this was the family I showed in the sources workspace, where the family was at the bottom of page 20A and the next sheet was 20B. So that's the second image. And it's so these two images are sorted the way they should be. This is his 1930 federal census. This is his 1850 federal census. His 1850 federal census, 1860 federal census, 1870. Here's another good example. The fact that my caption has the two. This is the 1860 census for him, 1870 census for him. So the way I have my caption, it sorts the way I want it. So these are all categories. Now, there's an uncategorized down here, and I have 12 images in this. These are work in progress. There's something about these images that I'm not ready to put into my database. So I keep them uncategorized, and then so I know where they are when I want to clean them up. As I've worked with these images, and I will spend some time in this workspace making sure it's the way I want it, but I will uncategorize them so that I can fix whatever I need to do. It may be the citation, maybe the caption, maybe the file name, may not be the way I want it. There's another icon right here, and there's a button in the lower right-hand corner that says private. Now I'll show you this one category of 135 images. All of these have padlocks, meaning that they will not appear online. They are not online at all. They all have a padlock. They have a check mark down here that says private. These images will not be uploaded to an Ancestry member tree. This image is for my purposes in my database. Doesn't have a citation because I generated it within Family Tree Maker. I do put citations in all of my images where appropriate. This is not one of them. I can recreate it. I don't even need to keep this because I can regenerate it when I want to. I have multiple reasons why I keep a copy of this where it is, but that's a different topic. Point is that if I have an image, and here's an example, this cemetery, this headstone, is not my picture. I do not own it. I do not want it online. It will not be in my Ancestry member tree, but I want to see it. So I marked it private. I want to see that headstone because I'm going to put take data from it, but I'm not going to, I do not want that image to be online. So that's, I believe, what I wanted to cover. Oh, yes, I do. There is one other item. The reason why I spend so much time on the caption is because the caption is what someone will see when they go to my Ancestry member tree. Now, I went to the sources workspace because I want to bring over here. I want to bring over here my Ancestry member tree. And I don't want him because I want to go down to see Abraham Lincoln because I want to bring up his profile. You see that image? That image is in the gallery for him. And the reason why I have it this way is so that when you click on the image, which I just did, the citation is right here. The citation that I put on that image is in here, and the caption is here at the top. So this is for the caption for me is for what the Ancestry member tree will look like. And there's a gallery for him. If I look at the gallery for the whole page, unfortunately, there's no way to sort it. So I don't have control over how the gallery for the Ancestry member tree is sorted. What I can control is what is seen, and I'll just double click on this one. Again, there is the caption that is in Family Tree Maker. So that's why the caption are important to me, to help someone in my Ancestry member tree know what they're looking at. And as I said, I put a citation on all of my images. So that's a quick rundown of the media workspace. Again, I like the workspace concept because I know, like today, I spent about 3 hours cleaning up my media workspace, and I do that every couple of weeks where I'll spend some time going back and making sure that that workspace is the way I want it. For my categories, for an example, the one I showed you with all those pictures with a padlock on it or the privacy, I know when I look at that category, every one of those images should be marked private. Okay, if you have any questions on what I have showed you, please feel free to leave a comment on the blog, or in my Google Plus community, and I will try to answer them. Thank you, and have a great day.